Hi, this is Chris, Video Game Dust Leaves, and you're listening to the VGDS podcast with my co-host, LindaAKATheGamerGirl.
What's up, Internet?
And my guest gamers, DanCabDragon.
Hello, everyone.
Bones06.
What's happening, everybody?
And our first timer, MegaDan29.
What is going on?
We'll start off with the first segment, Sleeve It or Leave It. The first game is Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Linda, would you sleeve it or leave it?
I would sleeve that one.
But you wouldn't sleeve the other one, would you?
Oh, the other one can kiss my ass.
And Bones, sleeve it or leave it?
Hell yeah!
Dan, sleeve it or leave it?
Yeah, so this was a birthday present from my sister, so I have to sleeve this one.
And MegaDan, sleeve it or leave it?
Absolutely. I have one.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The next game is Heavy Ball.
I was waiting for that.
We'll start with you, Bones. Sleeve it or leave it?
Oh, man. I'm going to skip that one.
He's like, I'm not even going to say sleeve it or leave it. I'm just going to skip it.
I'm going to skip that one.
How about you, MegaDan?
Love it. Love it. Heavy Barrel's one of my favorite games. I love sleeving my favorite games, man, for sure.
Dan?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Data East games from this era, so all the box art and everything, so I would definitely sleeve this one.
And Linda?
I would sleeve. Heavy Ball.
Heavy Ball. Heavy Ball. Yeah, play that game, Heavy Ball. Heavy Ball.
It's my stream all over again.
Okay, the next one is Contra. We'll start with Dan. Sleeve it or leave it?
Oh yeah, this is a classic game. Everybody should have a Contra in their collection, and hopefully sleeve it as well.
Linda?
Yes.
Bones?
Man, any game this iconic needs a sleeve.
And MegaDan?
100% yes.
Okay, the next game is Super Punch-Out. MegaDan, sleeve it or leave it?
My favorite game on the Super Nintendo. I got it right here behind me. If there was a camera, heck yes, I'm sleeving that.
Bones?
Yeah, I'm going to sleeve that one as well.
Linda?
Sure.
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 Wow. Well, you don't like getting beat by the guy with a cane or what?
And Dan?
Yeah, great game. One of my favorites. Definitely sleeve.
Okay, next segment. Logo Sleeve of the Month. This month goes to MegaDan29.
That'll boy! That'll boy!
As everybody already knows, these sleeves are available for sale. All proceeds will go to MegaDan.
Yeah, I'll have to add one to my next order.
You're too kind.
Next segment. Guess that box art. I will give you a hint on the first one. Oh, hold up. Does anybody know what the first one is?
I think I have a guess.
Dan, Bones?
Lethal Enforcers? I don't.
Okay, so I'll start with Dan.
Yeah, give me a hint. I have no idea what this is.
All right, it's
What system?
All right, that's
Yeah.
what I was gonna do first. It is for Sega. It's a Sega title.
God.
Yeah, I mean, did you say Lethal Enforcers? I like that guess.
No, it's not lethal. It's not Lethal Enforcers. Bones,
Fighter?
you got to.
Pit Fighter?
No, it's not Pit Fighter. MegaDan, you got to guess.
Oh, man.
Those are people's faces I'm seeing, right? Or is that just mishmash blur?
That's not Mishmash Blur.
Like, it looks like those are bullets, but to the left. I don't know, man. I don't even have a guess.
Okay,
Looks like
Linda.
I'm guessing like a Contra game, kind of.
What I was thinking.
Streets of Rage, come on.
Sonic. I'm kidding.
That might be it. That could be it.
How'd you know?
That is Sonic. Which one though?
2.
Because there's like 4 or 5 titles.
Okay, you want another hint for this title?
Yes.
The background is actually hold on, let me just make sure before I verify this.
Looks like a UFO.
The background is laid out in a brick shape, and there's graffiti on them bricks.
I know this one, Chris, so I won't guess it. I know this one.
You know it now.
You do
I
know it.
Yeah, because I have this game. Yes. I know.
Dan's like all happy, like finally I got one. Yes.
Yeah.
And the front image,
Oh.
I'll give you the front image. That is a car.
That was a giveaway for me. It was
Well, yeah, I thought that was a
That's an
car. but
upside
that
down
didn't
car.
really-
car. That's what gave it away for me.
It is a what, guys?
An upside down car.
Upside down car. Smashed
Upside
car.
down.
Well, it's not pro.
Oh, okay. I see it now, but I still don't know what it is. I'm ashamed of myself.
Any
I
guesses
probably
at all?
don't
Besides
have this
Dan,
game.
since Dan already knows it. Do any of you guys have any other guesses?
I don't know many other games that have cars on them besides like Lotus and stuff. I mean, and it's upside down nonetheless.
Can I give him
Yeah,
another
no,
hint?
Yeah, go
I was
ahead,
gonna
Dan.
say like
Give
a
him another
Road
hint.
Rash, but it's not a cover of Road Rash.
The reason why it's upside down is because you can pick up the car.
Okay, I'm definitely lost in the park there.
Somebody's
Dude.
literally holding that car right now on this box art.
Like 2 crude dudes, maybe?
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Dan
Yeah,
with the
I
great
thought
hint.
Dude.
No, I do not have that, so yeah, I never would.
I need that game at the Midwest, man. That's which one I want.
Oh snap! Now we know what he's gonna be hunting for.
Yep, that's really funny. You put that as one of the box arts because I really want that game soon.
Ah, see, it was connected to you.
Yeah. Well, you were
Figured it was
right.
And I didn't
You
even
said-
know it.
Connected.
You
I did
said
not
I
even
probably haven't played it, and you're right. I haven't.
Because I never seen like any gameplay of it.
I can
From
see
you, I
his
don't think.
mohawk in the lower right-hand corner.
Yep,
just a
yep,
little
that's his head.
Now,
Yeah.
see, now that you say it, I see everything that I was like, okay.
Okay, on to the next title for this game. Does anybody know it? I know MegaDan knows it. Any of you know this one? Besides MegaDan.
I don't know it.
Bones?
The Atari creep getting creepy on a mop. I don't know. Yeah, this is crazy looking. It's
Linda,
Wow.
do you know it, Linda?
Your guesses have been all over the place.
Yeah, he's been pretty random this time.
Yeah.
Do you know it, Linda?
I'm vaguely seeing something, but I cannot place it. Like, I've seen the hair before. I don't know where. And the glasses. I've
You
seen
guys
a
are
picture.
gonna
of
be like
something.
really peed off when you find out what this
Yeah,
is.
you will.
What console is it?
N64.
Oh, it's N64. That doesn't help.
Bones should know this one.
Uh,
Bones, you should really
That
know this
doesn't
one.
help.
That doesn't help.
Have you made a sleeve of this one already, Chris?
What was that?
Have you made a sleeve for Bones for this one already?
Yeah.
No, I have not.
That doesn't help. I don't think I have this game. Did it have to be a wrestling? Because I don't know any other games that really have like the real looking person on them.
It looks cheesy, whatever it is. I was gonna guess Bill and Ted's Adventure or something, but
No.
I think it's like a
If
wrestling game.
Yeah.
If there's a Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures on N64, I need to play that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with it's a wrestling game, but I don't know which one
Yeah.
it would be.
Okay, I'll give you that. It is a wrestling game.
I don't know which one. It's probably like
It's probably the only one I don't have, Linda.
I mean, the logo.
Right.
Linda,
I know
Linda,
what it is because it does not look.
Think MegaDan.
Think
Stone
MegaDan.
Cold, is it?
WCW Dan. I'm thinking out of the box here.
It looks like the logo is right above that, right? The red letters
Yes,
and the white
that
letters.
is. That is.
So I don't know what logo that is.
Like, guys, who is that in the lower right? Very popular person. Who is that?
The Rock.
Yes, sir.
Wait, is that Bubba?
No, that's The Rock.
Okay, I don't have
Rock?
this game then.
Is that Bubba?
Who's Bubba in wrestling?
Yeah, who is Bubba? Like, hold the show. Who is Bubba?
Probably
There
years
was
ago
a guy
there was
that
somebody.
was the indie wrestler for. His name was Bubba.
right. So you
Rock.
know it's The Rock now.
Either gotta be WWF, Attitude or Warzone.
Nope and nope.
No wait,
World Tour?
No Mercy.
No mercy. Ding ding ding.
Wow.
No,
I'm
Chris-
surprised, man. I'm
Chris-
surprised you guys don't know this one.
I
Dan,
don't
like, I
have
knew
No
Dan right
Mercy,
away
that's
would know
why-
that one, but
Great wrestling game, for sure.
okay. Now that we're through that, this is your time, Dan, to tell us about yourself and what you collect, what you play, and let us get to know
Well,
who you are.
I mainly collect for NES. NES is my favorite. I guess I'll go on and start why I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube just because I was a part of a lot of... well, I used to sit in my room and kind of play games by myself, and I played retro a lot. And obviously I got into retro from, Pat the NES Punk, watching him and AVGN back in like 2009, 2010. And none of my friends around here in Illinois where I live are really into the retro stuff. Like, they think it's cool and everything, but if they came down to my room, they'd just be like, oh, that's cool. They're not really into it. So I didn't really have a way to, like, let it out, you know what I'm saying, and, like, be able to talk to somebody about anything. And so I started YouTube, where I just had, like, discussion videos, and I think the first one I ever did was I, like, talked about Billy Mitchell and when he got caught, like, cheating or whatever. And yeah, so I always wanted to talk to people about that and get what their opinions were and stuff like that, and it translated into gameplay, and I met NES Addict and JLove81, and it just blew up into a whole bunch of other YouTubers that I know now, as T-Belly, Solid Nate, Linda, and yeah, and I just do a lot of streaming. They got me into that, and no death runs, and I basically just take out all the games that, as a kid I can never beat, and or games I never got to experience, always finding out new things, you know what I'm saying? So retro games are just so much fun to me, so I just mainly stream now and do playthroughs and hang out, and it's also great to do that because when you get older and you have kids and a family, I have a wife and 2 kids, and you can't have people come to your house anymore all the time, and you can't go to their house all the time. You can't do stuff like that, even if I lived by people that enjoyed it the same way as me. So it's nice to stream and have people, it makes you feel like they're there with you and they're watching you play the game, or they can help you with the game, and you guys can laugh and joke around while you're playing, just like when you were kids and people would come over to your house, right? So that's why I love it. That's why I do it. I'm not a big numbers guy. I don't know what I really expect from YouTube. I kind of already have what I want. Like right now, getting to sit here and talk to you guys is great. I wanted to say that before the podcast really started. Is Chris? I just wanted to say thank you very much. You and Linda especially, for letting me even be on here, because I don't get to talk to you very much, dude. So it's pretty cool to sit here and be able to chat with you. And yeah, and I would love to come back and be here again. So that's what I love about this, man, is I've met so many cool people. Going to conventions is so much cooler now. You know what I'm saying? Because you meet people, and we all meet there, and it's so much fun. So yeah, that's just kind of why I do it. I do it just because it's a good time. I'm not a numbers guy. I just do it to have fun, and it'll be what it is. And I'm just having a blast, man. Just riding the tide, beating games, and doing no death runs, and cheering on other people that are doing the same thing as well. And it's just a lot of fun to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that's just about what it is. But yeah.
So, out of all your collection, what is your favorite title?
Oof, my favorite title, man. I mean, you have to go NES, just because that's my favorite. And then, oh man, this is why I always, in my own head, if I were ever make like a top 10 NES video, Contra or Punch Out, they fight over each other. So on a Monday, I might say Contra, but next Monday I might say Punch Out. So it's really hard for me to choose, man. Right this second, I'm gonna say Contra. Contra's the best, and that's funny you chose that dust sleeve when we were going through that. But you gotta have that, man. So Contra is like my all-time favorite. Love it, love it.
Now you say NES is your biggest collection, or do you?
Absolutely, I think NES. I'm sitting at like 3-something, like 300-something. Yeah, and keep in mind, I'll never have like a full collection because I buy to play. I don't really buy to collect. If something's got to look cool or something for me to have it, unless it's like ridiculously cheap or something. But I'm never gonna have like Action 52. I'm just not gonna have that because I'm not gonna spend that much money to gather something like that unless it's good. You know, so I'll spend $100 on Metal Storm. Yeah, sure, I'll do that at some point. I bought Bucky O'Hare. That was like $90 because they're good games. So I don't know how big my collection will get, but I think right now I'm at like 320 or something like that. I really need to get one of those apps.
Does that include hacks?
Yes, that would include hacks, because I'm just straight up looking at my shelves. That's another thing, man. I love playing hacks. Man, if you guys don't play hacks, those are awesome. They're a lot of fun. It's a way to experience Contra or Castlevania or Ninja Gaiden, like that Deadpool game. I mean, it's like a new Ninja Gaiden, man. It's so awesome. So I definitely say you guys should try that for sure.
All right, Bones, do you have questions for MegaDan?
Well, that Deadpool one, I was going to order that, and I didn't do it. Now I think I might have that. It's actually really good. That sounds really good to try out. Yeah, I have a few hacks. I like them a lot. So you don't want the full set, you're just getting the one. That's cool. That's what most people are doing. It takes, I think, like a special niche to want the whole collection at this point.
It's just never... I don't want something... There are a select few, man. Now, I would never spend that, but, man, if I could ever come across like a Nintendo World Championship, that's a part of history. So I would love that to sit on my shelf. But I wouldn't want, like, Color a Dinosaur sitting on my shelf. You know what I'm saying? I just can't. I would want to make money off of it and get something I really want. You see what I'm saying? So that's how I collect.
Yeah, I hear you. I sometimes think about that too. Like, why the hell did I pay? I think I paid about $80 for that game.
Hey, man, you know what though? If it's what you like,
well,
that's just me.
Full set, so that's why I had to do it.
Oh, you're going after a full set?
I have a full set now, except for stadium events.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Bravo, man! Wow.
Yeah, it took a long time. It took a very long time.
We need to see a video on that.
Did you like Super Nintendo as much, or is like a close second?
A very close second. Yes, I love Super Nintendo. That's definitely my second favorite console for sure.
Awesome. Do you like to collect in-box consoles as well, or?
You know what? I'm currently working on that, and I have some of them. Right now, I've got Punch-Out, Contra, Super Mario Bros. 3, and I have some other ones that people sent me. For box stuff, I just want to go after my favorite stuff. So Double Dragon I want. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles I want. No, the arcade game. Mm-hmm. Just some of my favorites. So Super C I'll end up getting. Super Punch-Out, I definitely want that complete because I got that dust sleeve. that Chris made for me to go with it too. So I definitely got to get that.
Dust sleeve will fit in the box.
Yes, it will. So that's what I'm hoping to gather this year. So we'll see what's going on. But yeah, so not complete CIB, but like complete collection wise. I mean, just games I really enjoy and I'm very nostalgic for. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what it was like. What as a kid, I want to see what I ripped apart and threw in the garbage.
I didn't throw mine in the garbage. My mom did.
Yeah, oh. Man, Bones still got me stunned by having a complete collection pretty much.
Yeah, I just finished it. Was it last year? I think I finished it all.
That's
last
amazing.
Game I needed was Power Blade 2 is the last one that I had to acquire.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, how did you gather most of your games, man? Was it just eBay? Was it flea markets? What'd you do?
I had probably over half of the collection done when I finally decided to start finishing that one off from a local game store right up the street from my house. And pretty much I bought out everything he had, and he had more coming soon hanging in all these boxes. And I was like, well, are you going to get any more? And he pretty much wasn't. So for the other half of the collection, I had to go pretty much online or down to flea markets to find them because, you know, there's just not a huge selection around.
Hey,
sure.
While we're on this subject, how many titles is that?
What?
How many NES titles
800?
is that?
Like 800?
Well, yeah, it would be 800, but I don't want all of the third-party ones, so mine's just a licensed set. I have a bunch of third-party. I don't really want to collect all of them. Because,
so you're looking at 7-something?
Yeah, I'm with my hacks, I'm probably at like 725.
Whew.
Yeah, because the total
that is awesome,
the unlicensed is like 800 and something.
Yeah, with all the unlicensed ones. I don't need all those unlicensed ones. And you know what? I have more and more problems getting the unlicensed ones besides the Tengen. The Tengen always work. They seem to always work. But the other ones, I got to fight to do it, and they like wait 3 flashes on the screen. Yeah, okay, I can wait 10 flashes, and that game ain't going to boot the hell up.
Right. Well, you know, top loader is always best when it comes to that.
Well, you don't want Joshua and Bible Adventures?
I have Bible Adventures, I believe, and I think I have Joshua.
And
I want Bible Adventures.
Collection.
A MegaDan request to Bones. Can we get a Joshua no death run?
What is the best no death run you've done? Which game has that been?
Oof, that was definitely the one where I was shaking the whole time, getting near the end. I still go back sometimes, as nerdy as it is, and I watch some of my stream of it, and that is Ghosts and Goblins, when I no death ran that.
Wow.
Oh my god, I was about to have a heart attack. So, Ghosts and Goblins is definitely that one. I just did Contra 3 on hard. That was pretty tough too. But the thing is, Contra 3 was patternized. So you can just see what you got to do, where I got to be. Ghosts and Goblins, random, man. Very random with burrito ghosts. Yes, and the way the bosses fight, they can do different things. So getting that both loops to go around and get it done, oh man, with like 30 people watching you is... You know, my heart wanted to fly out of my chest. So, because all I could think about, and I had to like pause the game at one point, all I could think about was failing. And I'm like, can I stop thinking about failing? You know, can I stop doing that? So I said, hey, worst comes to worst, if I fail, I just try again, man. It's all right. It's all good. And that kind of calmed myself down. I almost have to play games with myself in my head because I get myself so psyched out, you know, but... It's become so competitive with myself with these no death runs that every game I play, I'm like, oh, I think I can no death it. And sometimes I drive myself nuts, but it's fun, man. Yeah, it's definitely Ghosts and Goblins for sure.
Yeah, speaking of no death runs, I got to update your sleeve, man.
Yeah, I seen that, Chris, but it's all good. It's all good.
There's like
pretty soon you're gonna have to put it on 2 sleeves, man. I'm getting that list going.
I might just do that. Yeah. A 2 sleeve combo.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. I have a ton of fun, and that was another thing that I want to say about myself is also one thing I do here, man, is I just bought an external hard drive, And to be fair, that Kappa stuff, Linda was talking to us a lot about it. Kind of just wanted to make sure I was cool in case my stuff got deleted. So when I play games and I hang out with you guys, I do collabs, I do all this stuff. I like to almost like keep a journal. And I like to download all of my playthroughs, all of my no-death runs, and I like to have them because I feel like when you do them, I don't want to lose that. So a lot of YouTube to me also is like this big journal, you know, of all this stuff I've done. I love going back and watching it, and all the times that, oh man, I remember cracking up during this, you know, and just these special times with people. Like if I do a collab with Linda or something, or hey, one of you guys, you know, I'll always want to keep that, never lose that. So I'm big with like memories and like not letting the past just, or not letting the present just fly past you, man. And then before you know it, you know, so many things have happened, and you want to have record of it. You know, I'm very big with that. So, like, I can't even believe, as a group, like we're sitting here talking about going to MGC again this year, Midwest Gaming Classic. It's like a year just flew by. You know what I'm saying? It's like crazy. I've already known Linda and Chris. I've already known you guys for over a year, right? I mean, it's crazy. Yeah. You know.
Yep. Yeah. For that, yeah, it is you. So like, why wouldn't you keep like some sort of saved documents or journal? Like, yeah, sure. Who knows how long YouTube's going to be here for as a platform to share with people? So the best thing to do is man. To keep your videos.
Yep.
Since I've been starting the podcast, and Linda did mention to me like you need to download your files, so just in case something happens.
Absolutely.
I don't have anywhere near as many as you do. I only have like 10 tops that I posted, 11 including the one Linda that did for me. So like it was a lot easier for me. Like all I had to do, click download, and I'm good. But
right,
you guys have so much more on there. Like I know I had to take you a massive amount of time.
I had like a terabyte of information. That's including family videos and pictures, though, that I had on my personal computer. But yeah, I took up a terabyte. I have an 8 terabyte that I bought. So an 8 terabyte is obnoxious. But I said, why not?
That 8 terabyte.
$130. It was a really good deal. Solid Nate told me about it, so I was like, I had to bite on it. So I felt like it was an investment, you know.
It is really. I mean, you're preserving what you're making. Dan, any questions for MegaDan?
Sure. Let's see. Back to your like no death runs. Are there any games that you tried but just couldn't do, you gave up on, or they're just virtually impossible?
Impossible with me. This is gonna sound really bad, but I feel like if it's on YouTube and it's been done, then I feel like I can do it. That's what it is with me. So that sounds kind of cocky. I don't like to be like that at all. But I at the same time, I really believe in myself. I think that when I put my mind to it, I think I can get it done. And that's what I like to. That's what I like to do with other people too on YouTube. Goblin215 right now is trying to beat Double Dragon. And for him, that's a big deal. He stopped using save states, and he's starting to like play it legitimately. And he said he learned from kind of like watching me and Solid Nate. And I was like, that's very cool. So like we kind of like set an example there to like, dude, it feels good to do these accomplishments. Like it feels really good. I know it's video games, but like, I don't know. We kind of talk about how like it helps you like in life with anything. Like when you think something's impossible and then you do it. When I did Ghosts and Goblins, I couldn't believe I did that. You know what I'm saying? And so now I feel like I can look at Battletoads, or I did Silver Surfer. I feel like I can just do whatever, you know, if I just put my mind to it, keep working at it. Have I ever given up on something? No death run. I'd say giving up's the wrong word. Maybe I was like, hey, I want to do this, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. You know what I'm saying? Because my backlog is so big, you know, and I might say, well, I've been playing NES, you know, so much. Let me play some Super Nintendo. Let me play some Genesis. So it's like something I'm going to come back to. But there are some that kind of freak me out. Excuse me. That kind of freak me out just because I know how much work it's going to be. Let me tell you, though, I thought Contra 3 was going to be a lot of work, and I got it done in, like, my second stream. So it's just weird that when you try to do something, like, have you ever done that, like, in life? You know, in real life, like, you might think, man, I can't, I don't know, change this light fixture. Like, me and Chris were just talking about this earlier with houses and how I'm terrible at doing household stuff. He talks about how he can, like, build a room, right? He can just do all this household stuff. Well, I can't. That's really hard for me. So me putting on a doorknob is an accomplishment for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there like, yes! But for me, that's a big deal. Maybe somebody cooking is like a chef, right? And they can make anything. But then maybe somebody making something simple is a big deal, you know? So if you just try, man, and you see other people doing it, you can accomplish a lot more than I think you think you can do sometimes. You know, if you just really try and put in the time. And video games is no different than everything else. And it's like, I know it's just video games, but like we're very competitive with it. You know what I'm saying? And when you accomplish some of this stuff, I think it teaches you to try a lot more just in life in general. Me and a couple of guys talk about how nerdy that sounds, but me and Sal and Nate talk about that when we realized we could beat Battletoads. He thought when he was going to try to beat Battletoads that it like wasn't even possible, right? Well, then all of a sudden he started getting to this level and this level and this level. Pretty soon he's like, dude, I'm going to do this. And now it's like nothing can stop you. You kind of have that attitude now. You know what I'm saying?
Well, so look at Nate with Adventure Island.
Adventure Island, yes. Adventure Island,
he
a
was
huge
persistent.
no-death run he did.
Yep.
I mean, it's just, you gotta just keep trying. So I'm not going to say that I can't do anything. I think that if I was trying to do some of these world record speed runs, I think I could. If I really tried, if I really wanted to do it, I think I could. See, when I'm on YouTube...
It's mindset and practice.
Yes, and I have to want it. I have to want to do it.
Your
you know, I can't do it.
There.
Right, I can't do it because, you know, Chris wants me to do it. You know, well, then I might not do it because I don't want to do it very much. You know, it's kind of like I think that's how athletes are. I think athletes love the game so much that they end up going to the pros. And they're so good because they play so much. They love it. They want it. They are hungry for it. And as nerdy as it sounds, I'm that way with video games. You know what I'm saying? I think about it all day long. You know, this is my thing. So,
well, honestly, I think everybody in here thinks about games pretty much all day long.
yeah.
Look at me. I make dust sleeves. Come on.
Yeah. Hey, man, and you do an awesome job at it. But I just think it's awesome to see people accomplish things. I think it's awesome, and I don't think anything can stop me from doing anything. I don't think anything can stop anybody from doing anything if you just keep trying. You know, just keep going. So, no, I don't think I've ever quit anything. I don't think I ever will. You know, that's a good question, though, Dan.
Yeah, thanks. Similar to that, how are you a modern gamer? Like, do you have modern consoles, PS4, Switch? And then along with that, that competitiveness that you talk about, and that feeling accomplishments, are you the type of guy that likes those achievements that PlayStation has?
Oh, yes. Okay, so your first question, do I have modern games? Yes, I have an Xbox One. I got a PS4. I actually just gave a PS4 to somebody, so I don't currently have a PS4, but because I have an Xbox One. So it's basically my son's now, but I do play some modern games. I mainly play on the Switch. Like right now I'm playing The Messenger, so I'm doing a playthrough of that. So I do sometimes play modern, but I just enjoy retro so much more. And then the other half of your question was what now? I'm sorry.
The achievement, you know, because that sounds like the competitiveness and beating records are doing
getting a platinum trophy.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. I think it's a great thing. I think the Switch needs to get that. The Switch needs to have that. Because I can tell you one game that I loved giving achievements for, and I got an achievement. I forget what it was. I think it was just beating it on Expert at the time, but I played Cuphead, on the Xbox One when it came out, and it was like 0.5% of people have gotten this achievement.
Oh, wow.
So no, I love achievements. I love achievements. I think they're a great thing. I think they add a lot of replayability, and whoever thought of it, I mean, that's gold, man. That's a great thing.
Cool. Yeah, that's all I have.
Okay, Linda, you have any questions for Dan?
Yeah. When you were making your YouTube channel, how many names did you have before you finally settled for MegaDan?
So I started out being DDenny29, and that's my name on Xbox. That was my name always, and it's DanDenny29. That's my name. I know, very basic, boring. 29 is the number I always had in school when I was on my high school baseball team and stuff like that. 29 was my number, so I just kind of stuck with it. That was the only name I had. I didn't change too much. I knew I needed a new name, though, because people wouldn't remember DDenny29. And I thought it was kind of lame. You know, I was like, when people say it, it's kind of lame, you know. And plus, kind of having your real name out there, you know, your whole name, I was kind of like, I don't know about that. So NES Addict had talked to me one day, and he's like, yeah, you need a new name, man. I was like, I hear you. So I had just beaten Battletoads, and I posted it. And I remember me and him were talking. Me and him used to talk on the phone every day. And I actually was, for a while there, obsessed with Mega Man. I love Mega Man. I was playing through them all and just going crazy with Mega Man. I love the story, the character. And it just popped in my head one day. I go, hey, Jay. That's NES Addict's name. I go, hey, Jay, how about MegaDan? And he goes, whoa, yeah, MegaDan. Yep. And then I just put 29 because MegaDan was taken. So I put MegaDan29. And that's just how it stuck with me. So I think it flows right. I think people, it's easy to remember, you know. So I like it.
It does flow. It does have a flow to it.
Yep.
Have you beaten Mike Tyson's Punch Out?
Absolutely.
Yeah. His eyes closed.
A million times, yes.
You're asking the wrong guy that question.
You always got to ask that because some people they can't get through Tyson.
Oh yeah, man. We're actually gonna beat that tonight, probably with my custom controller that I got. So from Russ Lyman. So.
Oh yeah.
You gotta find reasons to play these games sometimes. You know, that's how the no death runs started. I've wanted to find another reason to play Contra. Okay, I can beat it easily. I can beat Life Force easily. Okay, cool. Well, how about no death running it? You know, then I no death run it. Okay. So I started doing this segment on my channel called Loop De Loop. And I got this. My son was watching SpongeBob one morning, and they had this funny song about tying your shoes. So I was sitting there laughing at it, and my son's watching it, and it's talking about Loop De Loop, and I thought that'd be a good name for the segment because when you loop Contra, in the Contra collection, they talk about it, and they said that game was made to loop. That's why it loops. It was made to do that. You're supposed to. So I was like, I wonder how many loops I can do without dying. And I think on my channel it was like 5.5 loops and I died or something. So It gets harder every loop. So yeah, that's basically the challenges on my channel all started just because I'm trying to find reasons to play this game more, you know? So speed running though, I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't know why. I'm just not really into it. I think it's really cool to watch. I think it's very talented. I think it's very awesome. But it's kind of in a different division. I'm not super into that. I don't know why.
Like the Mexican runner.
Yeah, he's a lot of fun to watch, man. Don't get me wrong. If you guys ever want to watch a crazy speedruns, even if somebody like me who doesn't even really like speedruns, look up Mario 64 speedruns. Oh my god.
And there's that one guy who did this. He found the glitch, and you could literally run up against the wall, and you can glitch, and that goes you faster. Like, they were finding so many glitches in the 64 that it was ridiculous.
Yeah. I watch those speedruns, and I just keep going out loud, what? What?
I've seen him do speedruns and backward. The guy's jumping backwards the whole way through the level.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you shitting
Don't talk to Linda about Super Mario 64. She does not like that game.
Well, see, the thing is, I don't like to play it because it gives me a headache, but I seen the glitches, and I was like, that's crazy how many glitches they have.
Can I be honest with you guys? I join her on that. I am not a big fan of Mario 64. Yep. Let the
I'm not
hate
surprised.
pour.
I'm not
I know
surprised.
I get hate for that, but it's the truth. I get a headache from playing it.
Yeah. I play. You know what
I
it
think
was
I
with me?
played it like maybe once.
Yeah, I didn't grow up with it,
I didn't
so
either.
I played it. I don't know, probably 5 years at least ago at this point, and I think I just don't appreciate it as much as people did when it came out because I'm playing it after I've played Sunshine, after I've played Galaxy. So, you know, I'm probably not being fair, but all I could say to everybody is I know it's mean, but I'm like, I just wasn't having fun. I was just ready for the game to be over, you know?
Yeah, it felt like a chore to play that
Absolutely. And I feel so mean saying that. I'm not going to say it's a bad game. It's just not even close to one of my favorite Mario games. Not even close.
Yeah.
You know?
What is your favorite Mario game?
Favorite Mario game has got to be... Oh, man. Straight up favorite Mario game. God, it might have to be Odyssey, dude.
Really?
I'm being honest. I can't believe I'm saying that. It might have to be
Wow.
Odyssey or Super Mario 3D World or Mario 3. Those three. For nostalgic reasons, probably Mario 3.
Right.
Yeah, that's mine.
That's
You know?
typical. Most people our gen
Yep.
would say that.
Because I feel like I'm lying to myself if I don't say that. That's why, you know. I have a complete copy of that one because it's one of my favorites. I mean, that game's perfect, man. What can you say bad about that game? You know? That's all I can say.
You're right. You really can't. There's not much to say that you can say bad about that game. Like, it was a real game changer.
Yeah,
when that game came
for
out.
sure. All the suits. Yeah, even my son, who's 4 years old, loves it. Loves it. But, yeah, I don't know. Mario World, though, too, man. Oh, it's tough. That's tough. That's a tough question.
You ought to do the 3D World Runner on a no death and see if you can do that.
I heard that's super hard.
Yeah.
It is absolutely insane. Either that or you should try Trog, too. Trog might be a real difficult one to do.
Trog, yep. So I don't have either one of those games, but Trog, I watched Nefarious Wes's review on it. Trog, yeah. Trog looks fun, man. I played that at Galloping Ghost when I was there.
But that's a hard game because some of
is.
the hitting on it is like kind of a toss-up. Are you going to actually hit them or are they going to hit you? And, you know,
right.
You kind of feel like you got cheated, but...
For sure.
Runner, that game is absolutely insane. You don't even know where to land until you're headed right towards the object you need to land on. Otherwise, it's dead space and you die.
Yeah,
So
well, 3D World Runner looks like a lot of fun, though. I will say
it
that.
is, but it's difficult. It is very difficult.
You know what would be a hard no death run, man? Solomon's Key.
Ooh.
Oh my god, yeah.
That'd be rough. That'd be rough, man. Because that's my biggest weakness, guys. Puzzle games.
So that's what I was going to ask you. So what is your weakness? And you say puzzle games.
Puzzle games, for sure. Puzzle
what
games
about RPGs?
RPGs, you know, I think I'm average. You know, I'm not super great. I mean, it's all RPGs. Really, all you gotta do is grind if you're just not good enough, right? I mean, that's pretty much what you do. You know, I like them, but I don't play them much.
Every puzzle game.
Oh man, I love
World
Dr.
puzzle
Mario,
and
but
stuff like that?
I'm awful. Which one did you say, Linda?
Well, like, say that, like, open world games, there's puzzles inside the open world. Do you mind that, or is it just like that's your vice and you don't go to that side mission because there's a puzzle in there?
No. Okay, so like the puzzles, like in Breath of the Wild and stuff, love it. Love that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So what I'm talking about is a puzzle-based game, Dr. Mario.
like Tetris.
Tetris. Yep, dude. I watched Paul Tessie do Tetris.
Holy crap!
Yes, I
can't.
can't.
Not your game.
Yes, I can't do that. I'm telling you guys, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know. There has to be so much time.
Is it the depth perception
I'm
problem, or is it?
I don't know, man. I guess I'm stupid. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I don't know. My mind doesn't work that quick. I guess if I practiced a lot, though, I probably could be. You know, because just like from what I was saying earlier, if you practice enough, I'm sure I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
But
That's
guys, fighting games too.
Style, yeah.
Street Fighter.
Oh, fighting games are not used.
Oh my! I'm trying to play with the Street Fighter 2 with my son the other day. Okay, We're just sitting there playing. He's playing an SNES Classic. I got it modded for him and everything. So he has all the games. He's 4 years old. He likes to switch games constantly. So his dad, play this. Okay, cool. So I beat the first match, no problem. It's on like 3 stars difficulty. I can't even beat the second fight, like trying to do moves. If I spam, yes, sure, I'll beat it. But if I'm trying to actually have a strategy, I'm just getting destroyed. You know, I just don't get it. I'm like, how do people just like no death this? But see, people might think that watching me play Contra. That's just
the thing with Street Fighter is every move has a counter. That's what you have to memorize. Is just every move has a counter.
Linda would just destroy me, and I would just be like, "Come on,
come here, MegaDan,
trolling me.
Get over here."
Yeah, Bones. I'll have to try Trog and 3D World Runner. I'll put those on my list of picking up this year.
Yeah, 3D World Runner's dirt cheap, so at least it was. That'll be a good one for you to pick up.
I don't know. It's at the time it fluctuates, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Play in a couple months, it doesn't.
How are you with like old school games like Pac-Man and stuff like that?
I would say, okay, so I've just been recently playing the arcade game Dragon's Lair.
Yes.
I'm super good at that. I'm destroying it now. I'm actually gonna be going to Galloping Ghost, and no joke, I'm gonna try to see what the world record is, and I'm gonna look at it and try to practice. But that's besides the point. As for Pac-Man, I would say I'm average. You know, I would say Galaga, stuff like that, average. I just haven't played them a lot, man. You know, I wish I had Galloping Ghost. If you guys don't know what that is, it's a huge retro arcade. It's the biggest one in the nation, I think. Angry Video Game Nerd went there and stuff. You can see it on Cinemassacre. But I live near it. I live about an hour and a half away. And I go there all the time. They have like 800 machines or something, man. It's crazy. So I play all my games there. And if I play Pac-Man there, I can't do anything amazing, you know, but I think I can get farther than most people, if that makes sense. Like Donkey Kong, I'm pretty good. But I just haven't played those games a lot, you know. Punch-Out I'm decent at. Punch-Out Arcade. I can get through it, like 2 loops of it. I can beat the guys, get the title, and then defend my title once. You know, when you're at home, it's so easy to play these console games. But when you're at the arcade, I just don't have time. You know, I like to play on OG hardware. So I don't like to play a lot of emulators. So I would have to go to Galloping Ghost all the time and play, man. And that's tough to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what about you mentioned earlier Life Force. How are you with shooters? Some of those are pretty hard.
Yeah, so shooters, I think I'm pretty good at that because I'm kind of like a hyper person. You know, I can react quickly to stuff. So I did a playthrough of Xanac. That was fun. I did a no death run of Life Force. I've done no death run of Gradius 1 and 3. We beat Super R-Type. What else have we beaten?
What about Ganac? Everybody says that's so easy. I've seen them run right through it. I have a hell of a...
Yeah, so Ganac. I have it on the modded. That's a very expensive game, so it's very hard for me to get a hold of. What does that go for now, Bones?
Oh, I'm gonna go...
Aren't you talking like 6?
What? No, I think I only paid like $99 for it.
Ooh,
but it probably goes for, I would think, like 150, somewhere around there.
Because if it was that, I'll scoop it. But so I tried it on the NES Classic my son has, and the ROM is messed up, so I can't read anything. I got super far, but I couldn't upgrade my ship anymore because I couldn't read. The ROM was all screwed up. It didn't even show like Japanese. It showed like scribbles or something. Something was wrong. So I can't play it. Yeah, I can't play it. So do I think it was easy? Absolutely not. It was not easy. That was not an easy shooter. An easy shooter would be like, for instance, I put in... I'm trying to see it behind me. What's that Stinger. You guys ever heard of Stinger?
Yeah, I've heard of that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Stinger, dude, I put that in the first time and No Death ran it on stream. That was crazy that night. I finished some game, put in Stinger, we No Death ran it. So that one's really easy. But yeah, Gun-Ack is not easy at all. But shooters, I would say that I'm above average. I would say that for sure. I'm pretty good on that.
The cheapest one online on eBay, $75.
Is how much?
175, and then they all
No, that's
go
not
up to,
awful though.
Well, the rest of them are all 212, 225, 250. So
jeez.
Yeah, they all keep going up in price. So I had to wait to find mine. I know I won an auction that somebody just stopped bidding on, and I was like, all right. So.
Can I do a global question right now for each and every one of you, and you can like answer in order?
Sure, that's fine.
What's the most you guys would spend on a game?
Go ahead, Bones. You can start.
Well, I think I spent 6 or 7 on a game already.
Oof.
That's the most I'd ever spend.
Ouch.
And I think that was actually, it was a combo. I think it was Jetsons, Cogswell's Caper for the NES, and what the hell was it? The Flintstones. I got the both of them in a deal, I believe, when I bought
Dinosaur Pete.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay, so
Dan.
6 or 7.
That's a really good question because I mean, I'm lucky that most of the games I have that are valuable I got when they first came out, so I didn't have to pay much for them. So now, and I'm not a completist where I'm trying to complete collections, so there's no game I really want to hunt down so badly that I'm going to pay like a mortgage payment on it. But
Come on, you want A-rated, Dan. You know you're
Pretty much.
Usually, I would say a couple hundred maybe I'd spend on a game without thinking much. But if there's something really like, I spend a lot of money. I used to have Earthbound complete in box.
Okay.
And then I put it in storage in my sister's basement while I was in school. And
Don't tell me it got flooded.
Well, no, but her kids just ripped it apart, tore it to shreds. You know, like. So I just was
even worse than a flood.
Yeah, that's worse than a flood, man.
Because it was intentional.
I was left alone with just a loose cart, so I spent a lot of money piecing that back together to make it complete again. So that's probably the most I've ever spent trying to do something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Linda.
I limit myself. The max I'll pay is $80.
Okay. So you won't even buy like the limited edition, like $100 and something or something.
Oh, I've made myself a reason for that is because, like you said, I don't want to pay a mortgage. And I told myself if any game I have ever wanted that has either been stolen or I've gotten rid of, if I can't buy it again for under $80, I'm just not going to buy it because I have a RetroPie. I can put it on the RetroPie.
For sure. That's cool.
With me, I don't like putting value to games. I suck at it. And as far as how much I would actually pay for something, I guess it depends on how much I actually want it.
Sure. What do you think that'd be? Like, say, I don't know, what's something you really want and what would you pay for it, Like, is there a game you really want or an item you really want?
Right off top, there's not really anything that I really want. I collect everything, though, so, like, I can't just, like, narrow it down and tell you, okay, I would pay $700 for that game right now, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have $700? Hell no! I don't have $700 to spend on a damn game. If I did, and I had that kind of money, then maybe I would.
Yeah, like, for me, I'd have to say it would all be based on, like, how much could I spend to where I could look at it on the shelf and not feel shameful? It'd probably have to be 3. I'm going to say 300. But I don't know how I explain that to the wife. But
You don't.
Oh man, I don't know.
Oh, what happened? I don't know where that came from.
You know, she'd probably be cool with it because that's just how she is. She always tell me just do it because she's like, she's got that whole like, you know, if you really want something, who cares? You just get it. Who cares? You know, that's just how she is. She was at a con, man, trying to get me to buy. I forget what it was, but it was like $150. It was a game. And I remember she's like, just do it. Just do it. And I had to say no. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Let me walk away. So I think it'd be like 3. I think it'd be like 3. But that's also, I don't want to make Bones feel bad. But it's like,
it don't make me feel bad. See, like, I don't mind spending that money that, you know, like you do just look at it more than you play it.
Sure.
I'm fine with that for a couple $100. I would never do that with something like stadium events because to me that's literally pissing your money away because you can get that exact game for $5 with just a different name on
Athletic
cartridge.
World, yeah.
So to me that would be pointless.
I can make a label for you.
Gold card or
Chris.
you know, one of the World Championship carts. Even that would be a hard stretch because it is a piece of history, truly.
Right.
But it is still just entirely too much money that I would be spending for that. Like, I'd rather have a car sitting in my garage than a game cartridge sitting on my shelf, let's be honest.
You know, and I'll say this, because you brought up Nintendo World Championship. So you're right. That would make me bend my rules, too. And what the reason being is, the only reason I could do it, and that I'd feel right about it and everything is, it's an investment if you think about it that way. You can always resell it and get your stuff back. Or make more if it gets older, right? And it does go up. So that'd make me feel a little bit better. You know, that, hey, if I really feel stupid here and it's sitting on my shelf and I feel like I just can't even look at it no more, then I can always just resell it. And I'm good, man. You know what I'm saying? So
and there's always a crazy person out there that will buy that game.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. There really is. Especially when you have something like
Bones,
that.
I told you already. Just get the other cart and I'll print the label out for you. It will look exactly the same. Nobody would know.
Bones, I would love to see a game room tour, though. You got to show that. Because
I need to do a more current one. You can see some of it, but I have to do a full tour yet.
That's awesome.
Because now that I'm up to almost 3,000 games, I definitely need to do a new tour.
That's awesome, dude.
By the way, I don't know if you're going to too many games this year, Dan, but Bones and Dan will both be there.
I will meet you guys there then. That is awesome.
Yep.
I look forward to it. That is really cool, guys. You guys seem really cool, man.
We're trying to get Chris to go too.
We were trying last year. We wanted him to get a booth and sell his sleeves.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try that this coming year, yeah.
You think you're going to do it, Chris? What do you think?
No, can't.
That's cool, man. I respect that.
I would, but I just not this time.
Listen, though, you ever do decide to do that,
I will.
Know that I will
happen.
help you at your booth if you need it. I got you.
Man, do you know how many people are going to be at Chris's? It's going to be crazy.
The funny thing is, like, I would need all the help I can get because I know it's going to be swamped.
It would be insane. Seriously.
Yeah, Chris, if you ever do that, I'll help pay for the booth because I just want a place to sit and like.
Hold up. This is Dan right here. Do you mind me putting my games under your table so that way?
I just want to somewhere to sit and like get organized.
I'm not lying though. Too many games. There was nowhere to sit. Like literally, I just went up to a booth and I told this guy, I'm like, I'm just gonna sit at your booth, and he didn't even give two shits about it. He was like, okay, and then Die Hard came right next to me and sat down. We just sat there and just chilled. They thought we were selling something.
Don't worry about me. I'm just sitting here. Oh, you need me to help you sell the games? I can do that for you.
Yeah. And they seriously thought, and they asked us questions. I was like, dude, there's a sale over here. They looked at us like we're lazy. I was like, no, I don't work here.
Well, dude, I can't wait to meet you guys. That's really cool. That's great news. See, that's what I'm talking about, guys. That's what I really love about YouTube. That gives me it's going to too many games is awesome. It's cool to go there and buy games, right? It's cool to see all the stuff in person and be able to see the label damage, whatever you want to see what you're getting, right? Better than ordering. But meeting you guys, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. That's what it's all about, man. Is meeting you guys and hanging out and playing an arcade game with you, something, man. Having a beer, whatever we do. You know? Heck yeah, man. You going, Linda?
I can't make it this year, but I'm definitely gonna go to MGC, Midwest Gaming Classic.
Cool. Nice. I was gonna say, Chris, you needed that that buzzer from Price is Right. Dun, 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 dun.
I do have a couple buttons here. I do.
No, don't mess with it, because last time that messed it up.
No, that wasn't what messed it up.
I'm telling you.
I will say this about. I will say this about a complete collection too. It'd be very cool to see something like that in person. You know what I'm saying? Like that is one thing I think is very cool about somebody like Bones who has like pretty much a full collection. How cool would it be to walk into a room and you literally have every NES game sitting there? You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
It's cool. That's pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, it's like
I do random pickouts. I'll walk in the room and I'll grab 10 random NES games. And then I'll just start playing all 10 of those random games till I get tired of it, and I throw another one in, and then I grab another one, and I do that, and I just keep doing it.
That's awesome. Oh, cool.
Yeah, as far as me going to a convention, I don't know when that's going to happen, but it will happen.
It's cool, man. I'd love to meet you someday.
And I'm getting around. I finally met Linda. I did.
Yeah, that was cool.
I did meet Dan. And I did meet Bones, all the same day.
Oh, were you guys in that picture?
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll
where I covered up Chris's face.
Yeah, nobody knows what I look like besides them. You know, the funny thing is, I don't do that on I kind of do that on purpose. And the reason being is I want to be able to meet you face to face. I don't. Yeah. I think
I want to stalk you and stare at you for a good 5 minutes and then walk up to you and say hi.
Is that what he did?
No. They came to my house, man.
I drove to
They all came here to my house.
Oh, but the thing is, I've seen his face before. So I know who he looked like.
Okay, so Bones, you're the tall, skinny?
That's correct.
Very cool, man. I see you guys right now. It's kind of cool to see who I'm talking to.
I'm the Asian guy.
Yeah. He's all like, I'm the Asian guy.
There's the scientist.
Yeah, exactly.
It's awesome, man.
My company might be watching this. No.
Yeah,
they can't see you, though.
Yeah,
they can't see anything, dude. You're
Dad, can you come into the office, please?
Dan, I'm sorry. We're going to have to let you go.
Hey, I'll have much more time to game after that.
True.
Then I will make YouTube videos.
We saw your podcast. We were wondering if we could borrow your double.
Yo, about work though, I totally respect that though, Dan. Totally understand that. I think that about a lot of people. Like when I know what their job is, and then when they're making YouTube videos, I'm like, I wonder if they got to kind of be careful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to, depending on what job you have, you should really watch what kind of content you put out. You know,
for sure, man.
Yeah, you got to kind of go with the flow.
Actually, believe it or not, the next person I'm probably going to meet is Jen.
Very cool.
It's close. She lives maybe 2 hours from me.
Awesome. She's great, man.
Yep. She's the reason why we all met, pretty much.
Well, you said she's going to be going to too many
queens
games
of the
next
community.
year.
Not a queen.
Yeah, right, man. You guys are awesome.
I consider myself a queen.
Any other questions for MegaDan?
Yeah, do you love the Power Glove?
You know what, Bones? I still need that this year, man. I want to get one, but I want to really see how bad it is, man. Like,
it's really
is it
bad.
that?
No,
Can
that's
I
one
beat
with the Power
any
Glove
game with that or no?
No.
I doubt it.
Is that going to be like impossible, man?
It's if you could ever even just beat a game with it, that'd be like a no death run. Because I had one growing up for like 5 seconds before I just got rid of it. You literally turn your hand in any direction, even 5 millimeters, just one way or the other. It freaks out and thinks you're spinning your arm. And you try to do like punch out. You're punching. It doesn't register the punch.
Oh, hell no.
That's
How
the
funny
one
would it
game
be
you
to like
should work.
pre-record a no death run and then act like you're doing the
Oh,
People
man.
would know.
power glove?
The reason why people would know is because of the fact that we know what the response is of the power glove.
Right, right.
We'd be like, Dan,
Yeah,
1 second,
right.
pause the game, pause it. We know you are not really playing.
That gives me a good
Because-
idea. I should start with game number 1 in the collection and just use the Power Glove and see how
Oh,
far I
God.
can make it through each one of these games.
Well, it depends on the game.
Millions
Not
of videos.
every,
I mean, that's 700 videos right there.
but the thing is, I'm
There you
telling you
go,
right
man.
now. I'm telling you right now, not every game registers the power glove though.
Yeah, I
Because
know.
power glove, the power glove was some of the games were before the power glove.
Because I always wonder, like,
Anyway.
I wish you could like open up a factory sealed one, like if one even exists, and
Yes.
like hook that up and see if it works good. You know what I'm saying? I wonder.
Oh, the thing
But-
is, none of them really worked.
Probably
Right?
not.
No, because even if you look at the like the movie The Wizard, like him doing the thing, you could see it's not really registering. It's just
Right.
a pre-recorded thing.
Oh, come on. Lucas is the
So that's-
man.
Yeah, man.
I love my
Don't be
power
dissing
glove.
on Lucas. All right, Linda.
I'm telling you right now, Lucas can kiss my ass. He did not play it right like that.
Yeah, he kicked ass with Rad Racer.
And, like,
Right,
you could
right.
see, you could see like everything was pre-recorded, and they had, because that's what makes me laugh is like they made it seem like it's the best thing in the world, and I don't know, Dan. You could try it, but be
Probably not,
prepared.
man. Yeah.
Be prepared. Have something to break. I'm telling you right now, have something to break that you don't give a shit about because you're gonna want to break something.
Yeah, it's gonna rage.
You're gonna rage.
Yeah,
You're gonna rage.
get agitated fast when you get one because I got agitated fast and it went right back in the box and it's been sitting on my shelf since.
Yeah,
Nice
like
masterpiece.
try Punch Out. The game that you know is gonna be the easiest to play is Punch Out because it's literally just punching in the air and moving the arm
Right.
left and right. If you even make it one round, I'm gonna laugh. You're like,
'cause
you did it,
bob
Dan.
and weave when you don't want to bob and weave. It just reads
Yeah.
trying to duck to the side, and you're not doing that. But it's
Yeah,
reading.
your arm, you can leave your arm straight, and it'll just register you're moving one way.
Hey, Dan. Have you ever raged at a game? You sound like ridiculously chill.
Back in the day, maybe I did, but these days I don't get too riled up over games.
You don't get wound up. I do, man. I get, I get mad. I
telling
don't
you,
break nothing though. But man, I know some guys who break stuff. Like, man.
No, I'm telling you right now, Dan, you're gonna rage, hysterically rage, to the point where you're gonna make sounds I've never heard before in my life.
I'm just
Where you're
gonna
gonna be like,
Dang you! Dang you,
No
Linda!
reason.
Dang you!
you're gonna. I'm telling you, like, have something to break. Like, go buy like the cheapest like keyboard you could find, like $5 for a keyboard from Wish. Buy like a couple of them, just have them ready.
Get a stress ball or hang a punching bag up so every time you lose, you can punching bag and hit it.
That would be fun to see.
What's-
Alright.
Can I ask really quick what everybody's holy grail they have in their collection is? It could be anything.
Sure. Go ahead,
You
Bones.
gotta answer that too. I mean, like, come on, Chris, what do you got?
I was going with Bones. Go ahead, Bones.
Oh, my deluxe set is my holy grail.
Deluxe set. Your is a boxed NES.
Yeah, it's the like one of the original ones. It's not the, but like the first original promo. They had a little different sticker on the front or picture in the lower right hand. It's the whole unit with Rob. I have one of those. It's just not one of those first releases. It has that slightly different picture on it, but mine's like in mint condition, and I absolutely cherish that thing.
You'll have to throw that up on Instagram. I'd like to see that.
I can do that. I think I did like a quick unboxing like a year or 2 years ago on my channel.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Dan.
My holy grail is probably I recently completed the TurboGrafx collection, so
Very cool.
that was very hard to do.
Yeah.
And and including Magical Chase, which was really expensive. But
Yes.
I got it back in the day when it was just retail price, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Dang.
Linda.
Wow.
well, you know I don't spend a lot on games, so it'd be between my CIB Game Gear Virtual Fighter that I have, or my Complete in Box PS2 Time Crisis 3, because I have everything complete.
Oh,
But
nice.
other than that, yeah.
Mine would be an
Chris?
actual.
Barbie.
Oh yeah. How'd you know? I got Barbie
Barbie.
complete in box now.
Holy Grail.
You bastard Bones, I'm getting you back for that.
You supermodel you.
No, mine actually is I have a Game Boy complete in box, brand new, never been out.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Mine would probably have to
but
be.
The tab is
I don't
cut
know.
on it, so it is like it has somebody had opened it before, but it's still like pretty much in the wrap.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It'd be tough for me, but I'd probably have to say, I went to Classic Game Fest, and I was in a Punch-Out tournament, and I won this really cool trophy. So it's probably the trophy, just because it's kind of like a one-of-a-kind type thing. But freaking Russ Lyman's thing is tough to not put that there now.
I know, right?
But oh, it's so cool. But I'd have to probably say the trophy, just because it's so unique, and it's. But there's a lot of things. I got this really cool display sign that I like that sits behind me when I stream. It's a Super Nintendo. It was obviously hanging up in a store, and it's Mario riding Yoshi when he's flying through the air. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'd have to say some of those things, but probably the trophy, man. Probably, because I'll just always remember that day, for sure.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
Any other questions, Dan, for us, or vice versa?
Everybody's
I think I'm
favorite system, real quick?
NES.
Dan.
Sega Saturn.
Oh, wow. Sega Saturn. I thought you were going to say Turbo.
Well, that too. They're neck and neck, but Saturn's probably
okay.
number one. Yeah.
Linda.
PS2.
And me is NES.
NES here.
3 NES. Woohoo!
I grew up on that thing.
Me too, man. Me too.
Linda, what were you going to say before we...
I said I'm good.
Oh, you're good. Okay. Dan?
He's like Tiger Electronic System.
Game.com.
yeah. That piece of crap, yeah. Cool.
Anything else?
I only have one thing to ask, and it's:
Go ahead, Bones.
have you played much of Fester's Quest? And do you think that game is actually achievable and being beat? Because I don't even think I've seen anybody online beat that game.
Oh, yeah, I did a playthrough of it on the channel. Yeah.
Did you?
I've seen it
Wow.
Yeah, it was a fun one, man. That's actually a pretty decently fun game. It's just really, dude, if you die, it sends you all the way back to the beginning, and that's really
exactly, and that sucks.
Yeah, start off the game by kind of upgrading your gun, is what I did, and then you get the strongest gun, and then you make your way through. You could do it, man. You could do it if you're pretty good at NES. You could do it. You just got to know what to do. It's one of those games that you just need to know what to do. Kind of like I would say Ninja Turtles 1 is kind of like that. A lot of people think
if you don't
that
know where you
game's
need to go, you're screwed.
Yeah, you kind of just have to know what do I need? You know, what do I need to have? You know,
I've seen people speed run that, and they make it look like it's nothing.
Right. The speedrunners do. That's what they do. They make the game look so easy, don't they?
There's a guy named Brother Forge Gaming, the channel. They did it. They did a playthrough of that, and they made it look like easy.
Yeah. Yep. Ninja Turtles 1's fun. We did that was one of my first no death runs on the channel. Yeah, that was fun. It's a good game.
Awesome.
Fester's
Awesome.
Quest.
Yeah, I
It's a
never
fun
actually
one.
played that game. I don't even own that game, Fester's Quest.
Yeah, it's actually pretty decent. It's a goofy game. I mean, it's not
Yeah,
like
it's
top
a-
10 NES or anything like that,
Yeah,
in my
it's a
opinion.
unique
But
game.
it's all right.
I've never beaten it, and every time I put it in, I get so pissed off. After the show. I just get so frustrated when I get down in the sores.
Yeah,
that,
see, I don't get that way when it comes
Yeah.
to games. You know how you guys were
That,
talking
well, the
about that?
sores is impossible. You're in a narrow freaking area. You end up picking up power-ups you don't fucking want. And then you downgrade your gun, and then you're up shit's creek because shit just keeps multiplying in front of you.
We just opened up a can of worms for Bones.
You can hear the tone in his voice change.
That freaking game.
Stupid ass game.
I've only ever destroyed one game, and that was original Ghostbusters for NES. And that's when I was a kid. That was thrown out a third-story window right into the street. Did not
you run over?
No, it smashed though when it hit the ground.
Poor game.
Oh, that game is shit.
Poor game.
I wouldn't even wipe my ass with that game. That is just...
Again, I'll say it. Poor game.
Did you buy it again, though, Bones?
Yeah,
because you said you have a complete set, so did you buy it again?
Well, yeah, that's when I was a kid. I have not put it back in the NES since I was a child either. It's not going to go back in. That will sit on my shelf.
Fine, I'm gonna come there and take that game and play it. Since you
no. We already
We're gonna go to Bones' house and you guys distract him and I'll throw it in his NES.
Oh man, I hear that immediately and walk out. You can play it, guys. I'll be downstairs on the PS4.
You wouldn't even know though. We'd be talking about your sleeving your collection or some shit, and Dan would put it in.
Yeah, I'll come back. I'll come back to my house. I'll be back home here in Illinois, and Megan will be like, "Hey, honey, there's somebody at the door," and I'm like, "Who is it?" And it's Bones at my door, ready to kick my ass.
If you think I would chase you down for Ghostbusters, no. I would just assume that I did something. It'd be like,
well, I don't think we'll be seeing MegaDan on the podcast anymore.
But yeah, awesome.
That's cool, man.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's run through the last segment. It's called Game of the Month. Bones, what's your game of the month?
Oh, well, I'm going to pick the game of the month. I'm going to go with 3D World Runner.
3D World Runner?
3D World Runner I'm going to pick.
Okay. Did I hear Ghostbusters come out of Bones' mouth? I could have sworn I heard Ghostbusters. I didn't hear anything else.
Oh, Ghostbusters.
Oh, boy.
No, I picked Ghostbusters on Genesis.
That's a good one. That's a really good game, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, so good Dan picked it up after that podcast.
I do that, yeah. Whenever you guys... I'm going to hunt down Fester's Quest now, because I don't have that either.
It's a fun game.
Okay, Dan, what's your game of the month?
My game of the month?
Oh, which
I'm sorry, Dan. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's actually Dan, yeah.
I think Dan mentioned Metal Storm earlier. I don't have that game in original form, but they just re-released it. Retrobit put out a re-release of that game, and I just picked that up. So I've always heard that's a great game. I've always heard it was a great game, but it was always out of my price range. So
very cool.
I got the re-release.
Linda?
Pirates of Dark Water on the Genesis. Finally
That's
beat
awesome.
it.
That's a good game, yeah.
MegaDan?
Last level's a beach.
I'm going to say one that I've played a lot, but there's a reason I'm picking it, and that is Double Dragon on the NES. Goblin, if you listen to this podcast, you're going to beat it, man. You're getting close. We all have your back. You got it, buddy. But I'm having a blast.
Yeah!
Nice.
Check out Goblin. Watch him stream that. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, man.
And mine is The Quest for the Rings. Ask Dan why.
Ah, yes. That's soon to be...
Hey, why Dan Cav Dragon does Chris say that?
Why did I say that, Dan? Linda did it in a robot voice. I guess you didn't realize.
Oh yeah, I was just trying to be like super funny.
Yeah, I know. The humor went over everybody's head.
Huh?
Go ahead, Dan. Now, why?
Quest for the Rings, because Chris just made an awesome kick-ass sleeve for it.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
In 3D form, and
Yeah.
it's probably your most I don't know, like most elaborate sleeve to date. Would you say?
I think so.
Probably is, and it's my biggest sleeve I've ever made.
Yes, that's a big game to.
Because it's not just the 3D. You actually have like other stuff added to it than normal.
Yes.
Yep.
So hopefully you'll share some pictures soon.
Yeah, I will actually.
Right after he does this.
Yeah, matter of fact, I'll show you, Dan, as soon as we're closed up here.
All right.
Yeah, Dan.
Yeah,
All right,
which
so-
Dan?
I want to thank you all for coming to the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome, and you're more than welcome to come back, Dan.
Yeah, you guys are awesome, man. Dan, nice to meet you. And Bones, nice to meet you, man.
Yeah,
you guys
definitely.
are awesome.
Yeah, awesome meeting you, man.
Too many games. We'll see you there.
Heck yeah, man.
Exactly. And as always, don't blow, just sleeve. Bye, everybody.
Bye, internet.
Later.
Good night.
Peace.